Hello, my name is Dr. Raul Ruiz, and I'm the Congressman for the 36th Congressional District. I am the Congressman for the residents who live in Hemet, San Jacinto, Banning, Beaumont, and this area. And I would just like to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to serve you as your Congressman and your voice in Washington, D.C., and to make sure that I amplify all the voices of the people that live here. We have great opportunity to come together as a community and work on issues that really matter to the residents in this valley. The number one issue that many people have been voicing throughout my visits and our meetings and our forums and our community meetings is the security and safety of the neighborhoods and the fact that the crime rate has gone up. And so I've been speaking with the police chiefs and other law enforcement agencies and people throughout the district to figure out what we can do together to ensure that we have law enforcement and that the people and their property are safe, and so that we can have secure and safe neighborhoods throughout the communities here in Hemet, San Jacinto Valley, Beaumont, and the surrounding vicinities. The other thing is we're looking at expanding the foreign trade zone so that we can have more incentives to create jobs, in particular manufacturing jobs. In fact, if we can combine the expansion of the foreign trade zones with the bill that I just introduced, which is the Select USA Authorization Act, then we will be able to bring in more foreign investments into our foreign trade zones and promote manufacturing jobs, which is what we are very interested in doing in our district, and particularly here in the valley. I'm really, today I just visited an elementary school that utilizes technology in the classroom, and the results of our students learning and their capacity to continue to expand their knowledge base and compete in the global market of education, and especially in the science and technology, engineering and mathematics, the STEM programs, is a very big competitive advantage that we can do here in our district to create pilot programs. So it's just an awesome honor and responsibility to be able to serve the people of this district. I sit on the Natural Resources and the Veterans Affairs Committee. We are looking at water and power, and it's particularly the Salton Sea issues under the Water and Power Subcommittee. And under the Veterans, we're looking in reducing the backlog of the claims and our veterans' benefits. And we're working really hard in making sure that our veterans get the timely responses and the timely benefits in which they deserve. And also improving healthcare access for our veterans so that they don't have to go needlessly and waiting months and years in order to get seen when they need to be seen by a physician. Well, I grew up in the Coachella Valley, so I grew up in this district, and one of my fondest memories was to always make the cut to play in the All-Stars. And the big treat for us in Little League was to come over to Hemet and play in the All-Star tournaments. So Hemet and the San Jacinto area has a very special place in my heart. Always driving through, stopping and batting in Beaumont during our high school games in baseball and other sports before we go on to LA or some other areas, and really having that corridor as the gateway to the westernmost coast of our state. But my parents worked in the fields. They were farm workers, and we grew up with humble beginnings. I lived in a trailer the first several years of my life, and my older brother was the first to graduate from high school at Coachella Valley High School, and it was a high school counselor who paid for my college application when we couldn't afford it. And with the help of the community, I was able to go to UCLA and Harvard Medical School, the Harvard Kennedy School of Government. I became a board-certified emergency medicine physician out of the University of Pittsburgh, and then I went back to Harvard to focus on humanitarian disaster aid and received a master's in public health. And I came back home to fulfill a promise I made when I was 17 years old, when I went to different businesses around my community and handed them a contract and to say that I'm offering you an opportunity to invest in your community by investing in my education. And that's how I raised money to go to college And that was a promise I made when I was 17 years old. And 17 years later, I came back home to fulfill that promise. And I've been working very hard in the community and to focus on putting the residents of this district above everything else. Just like I'm a physician and I put my patients above everything else, including my own personal needs. And that's what we need more of in Congress. And I'm willing to work with whoever has a great idea. I welcome great ideas that's going to make an impact so that we can improve the lives of the people that we serve here in the 36th district.